think that's the right call, regardless.
One way to go for sure. Of course, PA, this hero that can just build the BKB as a second item and get effect out of it, which you are going to need to, because yes, Black Hole will affect you regardless, but do you really want to go without a BKB against a Brewmaster, against a Keeper of the Light? There's so many ways of shutting you down.
10 seconds remaining.
Timing's going to be very important for this hero, and of course, you don't have to go for that Battle Fury because you've got a Magnus.
Yeah, that's the other. I'm just a little... You banned out the Juggernaut, and I was expecting to see PA be the other ban after the Void, and then them turn around and pick PL. But, hey, I mean, PA in this patch, PA Magnus, I'll take that over Jug Magnus.
Any day of the week, we've seen this hero just completely splatter at his opponents time and time again.
So it's very telling that they ban out the Silencer support, right? They're pretty convinced that this is going to be a mid-tiny. That's part of why they picked the Rubik.
Looks like it should be tiny mid here, unless we've got some sneaky core Nyx.
No, what they picked the Nyx because that's going to threaten the Rubik well into the game. I mean, that's as flashy as the core Rubik can be, it's still very squishy. It can still die. Now, that's not as big of a deal because of the way that the XP bounties were reworked, right? You're not necessarily giving away as much if you die as an overleveled hero while your team is ahead now. It's only if you have the big kill streak that you give up a substantial XP. But that's still significant that they're going to be able to get into the back lines and threaten the Rubik. And it does give you another line stun to drop the Black Hole.
Vega's farm pick. It's a Spectre. This is some big team fight.
So... No, this is a really close draft. I don't like the fact that Vega is essentially in on a 4 protect 1 here behind the Spectre. But at the same time, I think that the Spectre, you've got enough in terms of team fight that the Spectre is going to be able to stack a few Wraith Bands and get in with Haunt, be plenty effective. I mean, this game going to sound boring. This game comes down to Mage. Like if he owns his mid Rubik, I like Vegas' chances a lot.
Yeah, he can actually be impactful sooner than the PA and the Tiny potentially. But I think the concern that I'm looking at right now is that Spectre pick makes you very vulnerable in that you are very heavily on the Rubik. And when you look at TFT's lineup, they all get active and involved in kills a lot sooner than the Spectre can. Yeah, Spectre has to be enabled.
Although it's not quite as bad now because I think Spectre is one of those long list of heroes like PA that just benefits from the early stat stacking. 3 Wraith Bands in Trev, you're going to be able to get in there with your home. But yeah, you've also got a lot of mobility on the side of Final Tribe, and you've got Hanskin on the support Nyx able to get in the back line. And remember that the radius on Desolate was nerfed. You've got a hero in Phoenix that can play up across the fight with the Icarus Dive. You got Frost on his PA that can get in. You got Hanskin with the Nyx Assassin going to be playing in the back lines. This Spectre is not going to be getting that Desolate damage when he's entering team fights with the Haunt. And so that's going to limit what he's able to do unless you get those big black holes, you get those big, stolen RP, stolen Avalanche out of the Rubik.
Let's see what he can do. We are in agreement this Rubik is going to be key to everything.
This is a support Enigma. This is a 4-position Enigma, 3-position Brew. That's the opposite of what I thought they were going to do.
Yeah, some teams just prefer, I think it's more preference, like you can run it either way around. They are both very effective in those roles. But we see some teams, they just have these 4s that love the Enigma and can play it that well. Kezu is definitely a man very comfortable in the Brewmaster. Well, I think any offlaner has to be comfortable in the Brewmaster these days.
I think if you're honestly, anybody, that hero is good enough right now. I rate that hero highly enough right now that if you're a top team and you don't have all of your 3 through 5 position players, at least with a couple scrim reps on the Brew, you're doing. Like I think that hero has to be in your pool at least and ideally 3 positions.
Brewmaster is basically the new Beastmaster. What Beastmaster was at the start of this year. Like every team wants it, every team can use it. It fits any lineup.
Well, and it's just so important as going into a major, for example. It's just so important that you have that hero in your pool at multiple.
It's interesting that he got buffed the way he has as well, because it felt like he was, if he didn't get changed, he probably was going to see his pick rate drop a little bit because Of course, the big difference with this patch compared to the last one is illusion heroes not being picked up as much.
Sure, and that's actually for a number of reasons.
Yeah, most definitely.
The big reason that the power armor bonus per enemy hero was removed is disproportionately favored split and an illusion. Now anybody can do.
The battle begins.
Exactly so, and actually a lot of heroes committed from Vega to the top lane to secure those runes. That means that Madara did start off alone and won't be able to get any runes in the bot lane.
Right.
And we'll see who they're going to stick down here.
Split.
I wonder if they'll try for something first. Nope. Immediately Pexy goes, alright, I'm coming bot.
Ooh, and a big... and Frost is going to, like, win the block by a mile here.
He's indeed.
Because Mage was roaming around up top. We got the first couple waves here.
Here's the problem, though. It's not easy for you to CS against the Rubik because of the Fade Bolt.
Level 1.
It's kind of interesting how things have changed. You get more of these heroes that kind of indirectly damage the wave than we used to before. Kind of handed to him. Mage got the lower end of the damage variable. Of course, he has got a variable of 55 to 65 to worry about.
I'm just what happens in this mid lane is just going to be Mage really needs to exploit just because of the block disparity. I think he's already a little behind par.
It can become problematic, but at the same time you kind of I think you need less as a Rubik to get your impact in this lane. It changes past about like level 8, but before that it's very hard for Frost to force Mage off the creeps or anything.
Sure, but you just also there's going to be if you let PA stay even with you, there's going to be a point where you're much more vulnerable.
Very true.
And that's not a matchup that we've seen a lot.
Yeah,
it's getting a little bit low here on bottom. He's probably going to be fine. Salve triggered.
I think you're kind of right with those rotations because like Nyx being in this game once he hits 6. Yeah, that's the deciding factor. So far, this lane top though with the Nyx in, you expect Tiny to get decent CS. And maybe next time he's trying to harass, but this is what we were talking about, how easily you lose all your Eidolons because of that Tiny pick.
Right.
I think this is the first time.
Maybe that was part of the impetus for moving Enigma over the support role.
Yeah, because you can just try and hang further back or look for the support instead. And just let the Brew focus on CSing. Once he gets a few levels, actually, Kezu can harass Tiny pretty effectively with the Drunken Brawler. Just have to be careful, try and bait out the Avalanche beforehand, and then this hero with no armor but a lot of HP starts to feel the pain.
Yeah, and these dire offlaners are going to need to, they are going to be able to reclaim control of that creep wave. Coddle was trying to go 2 for 1 there and get both of those camps on the pull, and that would have been a big pivot in this lane.
That forces you out of position. Pexu can more easily try and just harass you off. He has gone for pointing the chakra early, as you kind of have to. Illuminate is so damn expensive.
Absolutely. Looks like he's going to be able to test the pull once again, although he
had to dive away.
He dove out. Yep.
It's a small win because you do at least force him back. And well, Madara does have the benefit of the chakra to help him out with spamming out the dagger.
And they're applying some pressure this.
They have to. You can't allow... Like, if a Spectre somehow goes out of the laning phase not feeling pressured, you have not done your job.
Yeah, the CS disparities are pretty small at this point. You got to keep an eye on how the Dire is winning both of these side lanes right now.
Definitely are. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Mage is building a slight lead here, but we expected this early on with the Fade Bolt.
Exactly. And it's and the PA is again like a 2 CS.
He's gone. He tries to illuminate. The slow was there. He turned around because he knew he was already dead. That's always the problem here, though. Like, you don't have any armor on the Phoenix. It's very hard to trade. I think the pivotal moment was when Pexu picked up that illusion rune. It just enabled him to do so much damage.
Yeah, that's true. Air just wasn't expecting it. It's weird too that after all the sort of out of the lane action that had occurred with the 2 Dire offlaners contesting those pulls, it's a little weird to see the kill happen right there.
Top Kezu is in trouble here. Spike Carapace a little bit too late. Kezu, it's going to salve up. Hans can mistime the Spike Carapace. They'll toss the tree through and it gets dodged. Kezu's fine here. DD still running Hanskin. He has got the Impale again. Kezu trying for the TP. Hanskin, he doesn't even want to try and roll on the chances that he hits a stun.
Right.
Oh, that's rough. That would have been a guaranteed kill as well with the Spike Carapace. As a result, Kezu gets pressured hard, but they aren't able to capitalize on that DD pickup.
Yeah, meanwhile, MT is able to get back into the secondary jungle. Nice boost for...
He'll make himself into a core gradually. Maybe after a few levels, these Eidolons can help you easily clear the jungle. And he's feeling confident that Kezu can be left alone like this. And giving Brew levels early on isn't a bad thing, especially with the change to Drunken Brawler.
Modder is forced to go into the Radiant jungle and burn that shrine earlier than he would prefer, so keep an eye on that. They're not going to have that as a retreat or the harass in the lane effective.
And XP wise, they are pretty even so far. But Spectre starting to fall behind the Magnus a little bit. We kind of anticipated that was going to happen. It's going to be interesting to see how many Wraith Bands he goes for here.
And Hanskin really, because of that miss on the kill potential earlier, I mean, he's sitting in level 2, and he's just not feeling as effective as he wants to right now.
He's going to start Mage for a rune that isn't there.
He feels like he has to back up the rune spot.
There's the wonderful blur coming out from Frost. You know you can actually dodge fallen spells with it. This is insane.
Yeah,
this is basically on the level of Mischief right now.
I thought Blur was pretty lame before I was 100. That you could actually disjoint projectiles with it.
Yeah, and then you realize it's like having a Smoke 2.0 and something else.
By the way, I refuse to put anything on this. That's stupid. That change.
Oh, I mean in terms of like the dodging potential, not in the it doesn't cost a point. I also like the steal on the dagger. Like actually, I was just thinking, the damage you do is going to be amplified from the daggers. So PA is going to start trading poorly here. Does at least have his crits now though, but he feels the damage from the Fade Ball instantly. You can never jump on him because he's always got 1 point in telekinesis. Frost is just praying for a crit, but now he doesn't have the empower any longer, so it doesn't matter. And Mage, yeah, he reminds him who is the dominant force in this mid lane. The good news is Frost has access to a shrine, whereas both shrines have been used by Vega.
Exactly. This is I thought PA would start to come into her own with kill potential here. But so far the dire supports haven't been interested in rotating.
I think the crux here is you need someone
so under leveled, right?
Exactly. Oh, Avalanche on the 2 here. They're going on the tower. He can drop the Midnight Pulse. Maybe next time he can maybe do something. But there's the toss through. Haunt being used. Madara arrives. Now he gets the Midnight Pulse down. Hansen's going to get low. And the rotation on point from both Mage and from Madara there.
Man,
as they pick off 2
kills on the first haunt for Madara. And the level 6 shows up just in time. He's right back to farming in his bottom lane. That is how you draw it up.
Why go looking for kills when they come to you? And at the same time, that rotation from Mage doesn't cost him anything because PA is not a hero that pushes towers. And look at the level disparity, actually. Look at this.
That's now
6
a
8
level advantage. I was just getting ready to say that.
And that is painful.
Right back to where you hope to be.
Looking else. The other thing is, it's not just there's a huge level disparity. Maybe next time up to level 5, Hanskin level 3. They've got 2 big issues now on the side of TFT.
You got to get something out of him. He's just a huge lad. And look, I mean, he's
almost dead. Oh, Spike Carapace now, so Rubik can just return any damage to Frost. This is painful.
That's not fantastically annoying at all.
I think actually Frost can't even afford to throw out daggers now because Mage can react, use Spike Carapace, then steal dagger, and then just jump on you instead. I don't think anyone can actually deal with Mage at this point. They're going bot lane though. RP connects only on the Spectre though. Kezu arrives, the split's going to come out. This is perfect. Eric diving in deeper, wants to kill the Pexu. He's under tower though, and he will be dying first. Pexu, he won't even burn out. He's going to live. The steal from Mage. He soars forward. He sees the opportunity. The Cyclone is out onto the PA. Creep wave's coming in. He needs to get the Phantom Strike off, but he can't. He's stunned, and he's gone. Mage. He sees the movement, and he mirrors what the PA does, but definitely the outcome wasn't mirrored as he takes another advantage.
Oh, this game is really starting to slip away.
Grim tidings right now. 4.5k net worth for Rubik, going for that Blink Dagger next, and no one's safe at that point. It's not often you say that when the other side has a Tiny, a PA, and a Magnus.
Level 9 Rubik using his full complement of steals. Gotta love it.
Watching dives
showing
is
off
beautiful.
that Icarus dive at that point.
It's fun to watch, you know? You feel like the witch flying around. You are the bewitched witch at that stage.
Yeah. Vega.
Oh, I like this from Frost. This is his recovery. This is Frost's recovery. You see how he can actually use the blow effectively here because the Empower?
Yeah.
It's a consolation prize, but he needs something.
Oh, it's BS. I mean, sure. It's at least you can't rush with it anymore.
Yeah, at least that was removed. At least towers reveal you as well. Could you imagine if you could just walk by towers and not get revealed? Yeah, I imagine there was a stage where that was the case when they would test it internally. I have this... Whoa. Did I say testing? Do they do testing internally anymore?
No comment. Look at this, by the way, from the Maybe Next Time Enigma. That's a Midas before boots.
It is. But look at his laning partner, Kezu. He's looking to tank everything. I think that's actually... That's in the same part as well of Drunken Brawler. You saw Nyx trying to line up a stun, but because of the variable movement speed, he never knows exactly where Kezu's going to move. And yes, just Mage doing Mage things right now.
Styling. Like, I thought it would kind of all boil down to the Rubik, and at this point, if he continues playing like this, I don't know what Final Fight can do. Because the other thing is Vega's going to have 4 cores.
It's true. And I like the fact he's held on the dive the whole time. It's basically a Blink Dagger. It's an oddly functioning Blink Dagger that is. Lyra. Oh, Horn comes in. He says, surprise, where you go? Dive on cooldown means you're dead. And actually on the back foot, they actually drop Ignis as well.
Yes.
Jesse distracted here. PA's arrived as well. Madara TPing away. Oh, they get him. The Vendetta's on point. Mage goes down 461 gold to Frost. And Pexi might be joining him. He's going to try and run. This is a fast old man on the back foot. Madara has been spotted, but they can't keep sight of him as he sneaks onto the high ground and hides in the trees. And Pexu's still running. Pexu's still going. They can't actually find him. Kezu's going to arrive and Hanskin suddenly backs away.
Oh man, I mean, Hanskin got himself to level 6 there just in time. That was crazy. And the XP bonus from kill streaks now means that Hanskin is almost level 7 after getting a kill on Mage.
Gotta be feeling pretty good. We were so concerned about Nyx, and he was looking like he was going to be out of this game at this rate, but he gets exactly what he needs at just the right moment to start getting back in this.
That's just-in-time delivery for sure. But Vega, most likely, are they going to commit to this tier 1 tower push?
They are
they know
pretty
they know about
entrenched.
what TFT are. I think they feel pretty safe. They got Black Hole up too.
They want Pexi though. Hanson's going to come out. Can he get it this time? They're trying to move across. Jesse with the avalanche. Pexi's going to go down. But tower does fall.
Okay. And they got what they wanted, so MNT is not going to commit.
I'll be happy with that. I mean, it's an effective trade. You lose your call, but you get that tier 1 tower. You start to open this jungle up a little bit more. And you leave a Lumen threat because this Enigma will just start pushing on his own if you ignore him.
Yeah, and apart from Mage, who's looked individually very flashy, you can tell that this is much more methodically than what we saw in games 1 and 2. This is the time in games 1 and 3 and 4 towers down.
Smoke coming out. Mage wants to go find someone to kill. He has just got the Empower. And remember, this hero gets a damage talent, so he hits pretty hard at this stage.
Yeah, that's a good call. Just in time, plus 6 damage at level 10.
Oh no! Mage, he reveals the blink. He can't get anything with it though.
It's alright.
We got a little bit upset.
His most important thing is just keeping the pressure on right now.
Yeah, but he has to be careful because Nick's now having Vendetta, as you see him use it. That's always got to be in the back of his mind when he tries to make these ballsy plays now.
And remember, you know, most people probably know. Remember the duration matches ago. He's much more effective just scouting level 1.
Dude, Mage. Speaking of him, double stun coming out. Oh no, he steals the tree toss. Rubik wasn't looking for that, and now they'll just back away. He's too tanky. But guess what? Madara wants to party. Can he find anyone is the question. Yes, he has been slowed, but he's a little bit too tanky. They won't be able to find anything from this. They'll have to be lucky that didn't end bad.
But remember that due to the rework on Avalanche, double stun into avalanche follow-up is no longer powered lockdown.
Absolutely, and well, Rubik, he didn't really steal what he was looking for. He's at least got the tree grab now, so he can push a wave or two easily. But there you go. Now he's got the impale. Now he can go hunting.
Oh yeah, now okay. All right.
They're already top as well.
It's time to show it, baby. They could honestly just crush this fight. Yeah, I think TFT knows it. They know he just got impale. They need to be super careful here. They need to try to get a trade. So you can see Chessie try to push bottom.
It's super frustrating as a Nyx in this type of game as well, because what else you give him to steal? You don't want to give him Vendetta. Spike Carapace is, I think, better than Impale in these scenarios because the way that you can use it against them with daggers and with the
Magnus
burns.
has Invis. Magnus has an Invisor.
Yeah, but they have a sentry. They know. They're actually pinging him already.
Ooh.
And they got a glimpse on him.
If he doesn't realize.
I don't think he does. Frost is going to go in as well. Oh, with Impale in the back, but Pexu's down. Mage's going to try to go for the lip. There's the Haunt coming through. They don't see a target though. They'll find me with a Handsome Fan. But now trapped here, the RP. Egg connects on the two, pulls them in even deeper. They're going to go down both the Spectre and the Brew. Just disappear at the blink of an eye. And that is a bot for the rest. Mage is going to be found in the tree line here, and he's going to go down as well. Triple kill for Chessie. This Tiny. Oh, he is very much in this game because that's going to be a Blink Dagger.
I feel like they baited themselves there a little bit. Did Vega? They had vision of the Magnus and got a little bit overconfident. That's just it's a horribly dangerous area for the map for Radiant to fight. I mean, even if you do get that combo off and damage, they can just go pop Shrine.
Problems will start to arise because you do not want to give the CFT lineup a lead. Because look at PA right now. 8k. Frost is caught up after a rough laning phase. And he comes online much quicker than Mandara does, and Rubik goes offline before a PA does.
Super careful here.
They find him, blink, avalanche in, the dagger through, and they'll just wipe him out. Oh, TP in. This is ballsy.
Then Haunts up what?
Mage blinks back, goes to the steal, he gets the empower. Can he do enough here? Skewer back. He says, come with me, Pexu. They actually do have the Ignis available. They want Fred on the Will-O-Wisp. Yes, they do. Now it's going to drag them in. Mage chasing for once. Handsome Fan is getting low himself, and Chessie being dragged even further in towards the Will-O-Wisp. Kezmo stays on top of him. Going to get him down to half HP on the back foot. They do drop the Magnus. Now the split coming out. Chessie, he can't blink away. They're going to keep right on top of him, keep hitting onto him. Avalanche coming out, but now he's surrounded. They don't need the hole. This is an easy cleanup because no one is coming to help him.
But there's no way that anybody on TFT can contest with that black hole up, and that's huge. That was a pretty aggressive move by Chessie to commit himself. I thought it was going to work out there for a minute, but yeah, the Coddle ult and knowing that black hole was still up, there was just only so much that TFT could do.
And TFT, they actually have a slim window to really start taking the lead here, because the other thing to highlight in this game is we talked early on about maybe next time slowly turn himself into core with the Midas. Let's not forget at level 15, you get a gold talent as well. Which in this type of game, I'd say there's an argument for taking.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think, to begin with, just the lineups, but both teams are playing so methodically. And, I mean, he's already second most farmed hero on his team. He is absolutely going to be a fourth. The question is, you do have to start thinking about how you're going to feed research. Because this is where her item progression is going to become super significant, and she's not a flash farm hero.
That is the crux. I mean, you can steal the empower occasionally, but Rubik's not going to run back to try and help you. Rubik is too busy in this mid game trying to keep you in this and get you ahead. Things come out. They know what TFT is up to when they take out that tier 1.
We know what's going on here.
No split available either, so this is problematic for the side of Vega. They've got the black hole though, which is the big ultimate for stopping a rush.
I thought they might be a little bit more aggressive with the... Got 2 heroes in it.
Maybe next time can blink initiate from pretty far though. The brave boy, look at this. They stick down sentry straight away. They say, I dare you. Yeah. Look how close he is.
They know what's coming. And Hanskin needs to be careful because he could bait his team right here. You let him get in, right?
Mm-hmm. You just bait him far enough, you get him to about here, he can't escape.
Yeah. And okay, and yeah, look at this. TFT is like, nah, you know what? You might get a pick off there, but we're not going to get baited into a team. That would be guaranteed Roche.
Exactly, and I think the advantage you do have to give Vega to an extent is they don't have to lurk around this Roche pit with their Spectre. Of course, you got the global presence with the Horn. Whereas for the side TFT, they have to keep everyone nearby. They've stuck the Magnus bot in the meantime, which he'll have a TP at the ready at all times.
And you've also got it. It's not as bad because you've got the black hole in your back pocket here, but you're gonna have to take a fight against PA after she gets Deso, because that's what it's looking like in terms of the timing window of the next big fight. When PA gets to her BKB, they're just gonna go straight into, which is just another couple hundred gold. I think they're going to go straight in for the Roshan pit. And I think it's hard. I think this is a really good play. You try and pressure before that happens.
Madara, they found him. The haste brings them in time. They scouted him out with the ward that just expired in the jungle. But in the meantime, they find a pick off on the Phoenix.
Yeah, they were trying to run their own play top. And they thought they were going to get a big pick off in the dire jungle. Possibly even get that PA before she gets her BKB online. But they end up giving up the higher value target.
And that all came down to Madara. He read correctly that something was up. He moved pretty far back, but he did not expect them to go that deep for him. They said, it's a Nyx, of course. His job is just to hunt you. Like, if he can't find the Rubik, which, in fairness, he can't because Rubik is always 2+, then Spectre's the target.
Well, it's a hard read to make as a carry player because you know that your team is out creating space. You expect them to be, you know that the other team has a big item timing coming. You expect them to be thinking about defending the PA, not necessarily going on you.
That the ballsy play pays off, but no one wants to approach that Roche bit because that Phoenix pick off, it weakened TFT's defenses around it.
You're in a tough position. This BKB Deso PA is a problem. You've got to catch her with Hole.
You absolutely have to, especially considering how close she is to level 18. That level 3 coup de grace is a noticeable increase in damage.
Yeah, that's the other thing is when you talk about the power spikes, you talk about level 18 and 20 between the level 3 coup de grace and then the triple dagger. That's a big spike in PA's damage output in these fights.
Nyx, can he snipe the core? No, they look the wrong way. Sentry comes down though. They release Van Hansken. They should be able to bring him down pretty damn easily. Spike Carapace buys him about 1 extra second. With that, they actually are going to lose their team on top of this, right? There you go. Glyph comes out. It's out of deny range. They'll finally go off and deal with it. Can they go into Roche off the back of that though? There's too much threat, surely.
Yeah, and I don't think you do it quite fast enough. Right? You're just not set up for the only physical damage hero you have on your team is the Spectre, and she's not that farmed. I mean, Enigma is going to have a BKB of his own.
That's true. But the problem that he's always got is if he commits this black hole, there's going to be an RP that can drag you out of it and ruin your day. Yeah. And they'll commit it.
And even if it doesn't, right? You got the Magnus to worry about, and you got the PA to worry about, because if you don't catch her in hole, she doesn't need to see. She just kills you.
And that's why TFT are playing fairly free here, because they know it's all about the PA. The rest of them don't have to worry, because if their opponents commit onto them, who the hell's controlling the PA?
Spectre's got Manta, but it's really the diffusal that he really that one next item that he needs before he's going to feel confident in these fights. I just don't know that the Enigma BKB is quite enough.
See you later, mage.
Yeah.
It started to happen. The power peak is passing, and look at this, straight into the pit.
That's the weakness of Rubik. It just stays squishy. There's such a, to be productive as Rubik core, you need to keep getting those pickoffs. And man, oh man, you're gonna get PA at Hole.
And this was a slow Roche, actually. He didn't get that many threats.
Well, there you go. Need to. I mean, it's a slow Roche largely because he's the only person in the pit.
Now they will go on the hunt looking for more. Vendetta has been used. Blur has been used. Just to sneak past any pesky wards that might be down. But Frost can't find anything. They've already backed very far up and smoked themselves on the side of Vega. They know how close this game is to just getting out of control. They can't give up anything at this stage. Jesus pretty far up, actually. And they might know something's up. Look at the way they're moving. Jesus should just get out right now.
He just blinked, too.
Yeah, this is super risky. I mean, they got some sentries down, but he's assuming they don't have wards around here because of how aggressive they've been playing, which he is correct.
Yes, exactly. He believes that the wards are on the our map. Not even there.
They don't feel they need it. They've just got this walking ward. Just sneak in with the blur. By the time they see you, you're already dead.
Dire's
And that's a little... Both teams, I thought the division games, especially for Vega.
Almost definitely. It's the advantage they've got, and it's the advantage they've been keeping so far, because TFT, they're just trying to get themselves closer and closer to this justified death pool. They are there. PA has the complete Sanj if she wants it as well.
Yeah, but Hanskin is just kind of all the way down in the bottom lane. I mean, getting information. You know what's going on.
Yeah, Madara's going to finish this up. They're all TPing back to base. Look at this, TP in. Madara, he can't horn out of this. Oh, no, they missed the impale. He can do whatever he wants now. Jesse, oh yes, it's wrong with the blink. They'll know now, but it's too late. There'll be a TP away by Madara, and it'll be successful.
This should make my life easier.
And Hanskin invested a ton of time.
Not only that,
that does disrupt the base push, though. I was wondering whether, knowing that you have BKB Aegis on PA, whether they were going to go ahead and commit to that high ground push.
that's the thing. It forced you to back off. You didn't have the strength behind the lineup in numbers anymore. Even with that Aegis, it's too risky.
All right. Enigma with the BKB. This increasingly become... We talked about Mage in the early game, but... You saw what this guy can do at the Boston Mage. He's close to setting an all-time assist per minute record.
Middle tower is under attack.
Absolutely, and it goes to show how important this black hole is, because it's barely been committed this game, and even though TFT have been taking favorable fights, it's forced them to be very reluctant, be very careful about how they approach things. Which with a PA lineup, usually you just snowball. You get one, you get another, and another, and you keep going.
That's just partly the game that... I think it's... Look at this. I mean, this is... The way the games 1 and 2 went, one of the two teams would have committed to that fight right there. Either Vega initiating the in to contest the tier 2. But both teams...
Oh, Mage.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
The Chris, well, he's still alive, but it won't matter. No! The timing on the Will-O-Wisp is not good enough. Frost with the BKB moves forward, and Pexu just disappears. Now they will go for the base. But are they only creeps pushing in? Yes, they have in the mid.
Oh, yeah. Rubik has buyback. Bottle should hopefully be back. That ult's gonna be down.
Yeah, no Ignis for a long time. Will-O-Wisp, 100 seconds till it's up again. And Spectre is just split pushing, ready to haunt back. We'll be able to get the tier 2. And they afford to give it up at this stage, this whole lane. The problem is you can't get a good black hole. Your Handsome fan, his positioning is perfect through this entire push.
Really like how... Basically making sure that if doing it around the PA right now, after the Aegis fades, you can make that adjustment. Dangle the Tiny.
Yeah, they're going to go for the Shrine. Easily take this out in prep for when Roche once again arrives.
Methodical.
A lot of patience shown. A lot of teams at the moment would have committed hard, but as you said, 1 for 1, and if you lose this, you're out. You can see the restraint coming into effect on side TFT, and that discipline is important here.
This is where I need my layer, because I've lost track of exactly how much Vegas, and that's relevant.
They've got like not even a minute. No, it's almost gone.
It should be gone here, but it's also a good time to think about trying to set up a pickoff play. Although that's really hard to do. Huh? Job now. Scouting information.
I'm a
hazard diffusal.
I'm gonna give you a tip so you don't need layaf in the future. If you look on the bottom left, the Roshan mate respawn will allow you to work out how much time.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, see, this is why you don't do much casting. You forget about these little things.
I've been spoiled. There you go, reclaim.
Okay.
I've been spoiled though, because when I've been in the studios, they've got their own sort of things for like Roche, who has it, Smokes, who's in a smoke. You have to look for him yourself. All right, we're going discount here. Online casting, boys. Jesse, haste again. Oh my god, he's going in deep. He wants to get rid of Pexu straight with a toss through. He can get him. They will get to steal the Avalanche. Looking to turn around the kill, but the dagger's arriving and Frost with it. The BK beam he used. Kezi will go for the split, and now where do you go? Oh, P connects on the 2. They'll wipe through them. Enigma's gone, and they will lose Mage as well. The buyback comes out. Mage, no, he's still alive. They're going to keep him up. He lives. and that will stop them straight in their tracks. They're happy with the Enigma buyback. They don't want to push in against the Black Hole plus the Rubik.
And I was just about to make the point that with the Aegis having faded, they're then going to position around the Tiny. He's going to be the one that they dangle in the fights. Now, Tessie got a little bit, I think, too far out there. I think the response from PFT could have been even more devastating there around the PA, but they got what they wanted.
Now, there is a big difference here. They have to be careful. I don't advise pushing in here when you consider they have the Black Hole, you do not have the RP. This could be risky. Avalanche get Frost down to half HP. They're going to move in. There's the Black Hole with the BKB. Nothing to stop next time, and they are going to lose the PA for 80 seconds. That was a greedy, huge mistake from TFT.
It absolutely was, because it creates a situation where literally all you need to do is get the PA in the Black Hole.
Okay, so he jumps in front of the skewer. Johansson fan being ran down. The dust will run out soon. He says, get over here, guys. The dust is running out. The dagger will keep sight. Up to slow him down. They push him back. Another dust reveal. And see you later, Magnus. He's going to fall. On the other side, though, Mage, he gets caught out by the supports. Greed as greed from TFT and then greed from Vega trying to split up and look for additional kills.
Yeah, this Rubik just, it looked so good in the early game, and that's what's often going to happen in this hero, but it's just so hard to keep up. I mean, look, he's already fallen down behind the Magnus.
It's very situational in that regards. Like, if there's certain heroes in the game, you can keep farming. The perfect example is even Unlords in the game. Even as a support Rubik, you get so much money. Get money in the meantime. Jesse found Pexu again. He actually pinged, he's like, he's got wards up here. No, he saw the Illuminate, and he knew what you were up to.
Player's awareness there.
Jesse just being more or less handled a freebie in these scenarios, as Cole is just desperately trying to keep lanes pushed out, and well, if you look at his net worth, find some goddamn gold.
Also got to be said that the timing of that pickoff really hurts. He was pretty close to his Ags there.
Was indeed. Well, now he can't get it. He's going to want to keep a buyback at all times, I think, as well. Like, we saw how crucial it was that TFT didn't go to high ground because they didn't kill Mage in that fight. Pop. It really shows how much this Rubik can still contribute after the first layer of engagement.
Yeah, and look at this Sanjin Yasha too. Yeah, I'm thinking more and more. I was very down on this item initially, but I'm thinking more and more in this patch that SNY is going to be like a stealth value item just because of the tempo that these games are going at. Like, they're just so often when you're a PA and you're snowballing like this, SNY with the move speed and the status resistance is going to be that little bump that you need to put you over the top in these fights.
Well, it really builds up layer as well, because eventually you get your hands on a Satanic and you're almost at 50% status resistance.
Exactly.
If you feel like you can end quicker, I'd say Kaya might be worthwhile. I still need to actually test the amplification, but it should theoretically up the crit damage on the daggers. But it might be negligible returns, actually. So, Sanjin Yash, definitely the superior. Wow, Vega far outside their base, looking for one pickoff. They might find Hanskin. He's walking under reward here. Mage goes in. The lift back's going to be the Illuminate being charged up. The Fate Bolt stunned for a long time here. Dust reveal into them. Hanskin a little bit too tanky in his team. Very quick to get in position in case they pursue any further.
Oh man, and that's a body blow if you're Vega. I mean, you're catching a support Nyx Assassin out with multiple heroes, including your big core Rubik. And he walks away on 50% HP. It just makes you feel so desperate about your position in the game.
Actually concerned about this level disparity still.
Yes.
It's increasing. And PA will be first to level 25 by a decent amount at this rate. And coup de grace plus 5%. Yeah, don't worry about praying to the gods. You have a pretty good chance of just obliterating someone on that stage.
Well, and you're going to have the utility talents coming out. Heroes, including the Magnus and Tiny, are both about to hit their level 20. You got to start thinking about the Tiny level 25 talent too.
Especially the Magnus one with the Empower. Just, oh god.
This is a smoke play, but you're just there's so much burden to execute right.
Mate, almost died there.
Golly.
Turns out the daggers target you through smoke.
Yep.
The indirect ones, of course, you can't target the person smoke, but yeah, that's I feel like that shouldn't be a fin.
Yeah, I mean, Mage is just like, yipe, yipe, heading back to base with his tail between his legs. What are you supposed to do?
I mean, your typical long-range smoke
if-
detection is on a 3.5-minute cooldown. That's on a
Like, does that,
6 second.
If you get one shot there, do you just rage quit? I mean, good God. Oh, and Enigma Ags, too. This wasn't like, yeah.
I mean, I don't think you rage quit. You just play with your keyboard in 2 pieces where you broke it. Oh, yeah, Enigma, Ags, as you said, going for the Refresher next. Everything is standard for him. He knows what he needs.
I like that because it gives you the initial damage output, which is something that you're worried about filling, having fallen behind. But I thought that next time, because you really need the control.
Enigma, is he going to be quick enough? Maybe next time. Does he want to go on this? They're doing the roast right now, and they know. They're taking too long, though. No, they wait. And now the split's going to come out way too late. Aegis and Cheese picked up by Frost. BKB out. And I'll see you later, Kezu. He's gone. The hesitation from Vega may have just cost them dearly here. The toss follow-up is going to get killed in the Cottle, and they're going to go straight for your base. The pings come out. If they find maybe next time here, he doesn't have buyback. Skewer back. He has no escape from this either. Stunned up. He won't even get a chance to the black hole. The buyback from Kezu will achieve nothing. And now, you are bent over the barrel. You're in trouble.
Yeah, Enigma dies with black hole up and with no buyback. This is going to be at least one laner axe.
I don't think it's going to be one. This could be everything. Enigma gone for 60 seconds. Look how quickly they just bump through these buildings. And look at the top creep wave pushing in. Double cart.
Yeah, that's the big problem, right? I think they have enough wave clear to deal with the one in mid, but the double cart wave on top. Yeah, look at the ping coming out from Emmett.
It's still 40 seconds till Enigma is up, and you need him. How do you hold this without him? How do you kill PA once, let alone twice without him? Especially with BKB coming off cooldown. BFP will be feeling completely in control right now. Do they go end, or do they reluctantly back off is the question. They're going to go. They say, why wait? Second life, you can't black hole us twice because you don't have a refresher. You already bought out on that axe. Adara going to move forward. Jesse. BKB, Avalanche, wants to go to Mage. Instead, they jump straight. Something was going to come out though. Frost waiting when he comes down. Or he's the Phantom Strike, but can he get him? Mage, no. He gets away just in time with the Phantom Strike on the back foot. But Dara just chasing the rest of them out of the base, and Frost will retreat. The blur, not dodging enough. Dust reveal as well. Phantom Strike away. On the high ground, do you really want to pursue here? Madara needs to be careful, gets bashed. They could turn around and steal the RP as well. There's the Abyssal coming out. One crit will do it. And there it is. They get rid of the Spectre. The Avalanche toss on the backline. Finds going to call again. The BKB for maybe next time, just in time to stay alive. The Horn being used to move forward. Maybe next time. No! He goes down again. The egg gets committed.
No black hole used.
And no buyback. This is condemning. They still have the RP on the side of TFT as well. Your Handsome Fan moving in. The Cyclone comes out. Stun's going to be on Madara, though, down to half HP. They jump in. They find him. They get him. He's all but gone. And so will Mage. It's looking over. GG comes out as Vega. Mistakes made maybe next time, so crucial in controlling the tempo in that mid game, but he could never find a good black hole.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be said it's hard because the mid Rubik, just as good as it looked early on, it fell off. There was so much left on M&T's shoulder.